Topic: Newton's third law of motion.
Hello class, I am Ma'am Julian and I will be your teacher for today's lesson. Before we start, please take note of the following reminders. Prepare your modules while watching the video. Most of the tasks are found in the module. Use a clean piece of paper to answer the tasks given to you. Insert your answer sheets on the module after answering. And listen attentively to the discussion to fully understand the lesson. I hope you understood carefully our simple reminders.
Our most essential learning competency is infer that when a body exerts a force on another, an equal amount of force is exerted back on it. And our learning objectives are state Newton's third law of motion, compare two interacting forces in terms of magnitude and direction, and cite examples or situations showing the third law of motion. This time, can you observe what Mr. Mu is doing? All right. Mr. Mu is paddling a raft. Now, let's answer the following questions. The first one is, on what direction does Mr. Mu need to paddle to make the raft move forward? You may answer these questions on a clean piece of paper. Second question is, on what direction does Mr. Mu need to paddle to make the boat move backward? And the third question is, what is needed to make the boat move? Two opposite forces or two forces with the same direction? You should only choose one from the two choices. Now let us state the law of interaction. Does anyone know what is the law of interaction? The law of interaction states that in every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. The action force is the movement of the raft forward, and the reaction force is the movement of the paddle backward. So, action force and reaction force are two opposite forces. These two opposite forces can make the raft move. This time, let us perform an activity. Please prepare the materials and take precautionary measures while using the materials, especially those sharp objects. Okay, let's start.
Today we're going to demonstrate Newton's third law of motion, which says every action has an equal and opposite reaction. It's the principle that sends rockets to the moon. If you want to try this at home, this is what you need. When I release my fingers, air pushes out of the balloon. That's our action. Our reaction is that the balloon moves with the same force in the opposite direction. If you want to learn more about Newton's third law of motion or ask me a question, check out scientistsusan.com.
After performing the activity, these are the guide questions that you need to answer on a clean piece of paper. The first one is, what was the action force in your experiment? The second one is, what was the reaction force? Next is, compare the direction of the escaping air and the moving balloon. And the last one is, what force made the balloon move? You can answer this right away, or you can play again the experiment so that you will understand and answer the questions correctly. This time, I want you to observe the launching rocket and identify the action force and reaction force. You may answer this on a clean piece of paper. Now let us check your work. In the launching rocket, the action force is the movement of the rocket upward, and the reaction force is the movement of the escaping gases downward. This time, let us try an exciting activity at home. Let us take extra precautionary measures while doing the activity. Okay, let us try this and enjoy!
That is all for our lesson today. I hope you learned well and see you again soon for our next lesson. Thank you very much for listening.